They're the kind of cases that shock communities. An attempt to assassinate a president. 5 kids drowned by their mother in a bathtub. And here in Southeast Texas, a mother brutally murdered by her son.
Millet and people like Millet are just cast away because you're mentally ill. It's not fair.
3 different cases with one thing in common: a defendant found not guilty by reason of insanity, including Millet Harrison. His niece has spent decades advocating for her uncle. Now a judge has ordered him into an outpatient program, but no facility has yet been found to accept him.
There needs to be better facilities for mental patients.
A year and a half after the judge's order, Harrison remains in a state hospital in what his attorney calls a judicial and legal limbo. 2001, Andrea Yates drowned her 5 young children near Houston. A jury initially found her guilty, but on an appeal, she was found not guilty by reason of insanity, a difficult defense in the state of Texas.
It gave people an opportunity to think about not only the reality of what occurred, but to scratch their heads and say, well, how is it possible, And so as a consequence, I think the acceptance of the insanity standard has been widespread, with the exception of the state legislature, and we need to change that standard.
The lead attorney on Yates' defense team, George Parnham, calls the insanity definition in Texas vastly outdated.
I think the Texas definition is the most archaic definition of insanity in all of the states.
Parnham says in the definition of insanity, where it says about the defendant, quote, as a result of severe mental disease or defect, did not know that his conduct was wrong, that word, know, should be replaced with appreciate.
I've been carrying a bill for the longest to use the term appreciate, and to make sure that folks understand that you may know it's wrong, but you may not appreciate that it's wrong. You may not truly understand it.
State Representative Garnett Coleman of Houston says this upcoming legislative session, he expects a major focus on mental health, specifically in jails. He wants those with a mental crisis taken elsewhere.
Bexar County has reduced its beds in their county jail by 800 just by employing some diversion tactics and things that other counties can do.
An effort to improve the outcome of people with mental health problems. An effort, Parnham says, comes down to one thing for people like Hinckley, Yates, and Harrison.
And it boils down to the dollar sign. To get that money, there has to be an understanding of the reality of what's going on in the mind of that individual.
Individuals like Harrison left in the middle as the rest of the world navigates around them.